As I'm sure you already know, I was a bit of a Sega kid. Actually, all of my closest neighborhood friends were. One thing we consistently found ourselves doing is having to settle for Sega's version of the popular games that were out on the NES. One such game was Contra. We knew it was an experience that we were sorely missing out on our system. We never did quite find exactly the game we were looking for, but we did find a two-player co-op experience in a little-known game called Quartet, a quirky little side-scrolling shooter with a great soundtrack.
Until the early 1990s, I had no clue that this game I'd been enjoying for years with my friends was based on an arcade game with the same name. Imagine my surprise when I walked into a department store called Hills and saw this arcade cabinet with the name Quartet 2 written across the top of it. I thought it was a sequel to the Master System game.
Released to the arcades by Sega on their System 16 hardware, this Quartet was a very different game than I'd come to know. This version featured a 4-player co-op that was obviously inspired by Midway's Gauntlet, which was released just a year before. What's interesting is that shortly after release, Sega followed up with Quartet 2, which was the exact same game, but cuts the number of simultaneous players in half, opting instead for character selection, instead of each being locked to their designated controller slot. You choose from a quartet of characters: Joe, Mary, Edgar, and Lee. Don't just love this guy's mustache? It's perfect. Anyway, each character is unique because they have different guns. Lee has a wide shot, Edgar has a grenade launcher, Mary has a machine gun, and Joe has a rapid-fire handgun. As soon as you start, a digitized voice gives you your mission.
Destroy the boss! Only if he opens the door! Open the door!
Hey, that sounds pretty simple. I suppose there's some sort of backstory about space pirates, but it doesn't really matter. Quartet takes place across a never-ending loop of 32 levels. Some of these are simple linear passages guiding you to the boss and then to the exit door, while others will allow you to go left or right and explore freely. The downside with this is that you might find the exit first and then have to backtrack across the whole level. You can grab various power-ups strewn along the way that will evolve your character by upping your firepower, putting a spring in your jump, or increasing your speed. Oh yeah, you can also grab this sweet jetpack and fly, but it's pretty worthless in the usually enclosed spaces. You'll definitely need all the help you can get though, mainly because it's difficult to hold onto an item for more than a few seconds. You see, whenever your character takes a hit, your character yelps and falls over, writhing on the floor for a few seconds.
Ouch!
It's seriously infuriating.
Sega knew that they couldn't really replicate the arcade experience at home. Nor do I really think that they wanted to. I mean, Quartet's core gameplay just really wouldn't work very well at home. It'd be kind of boring because having 4 players wasn't really an option.
In 1987, Sega brought Quartet to the home market. This version, for all intents and purposes, was a completely new game. A better game. Most apparent right out of the gate is the overall cohesiveness of the entire experience. The number of levels have been cut down significantly, from 32 to a more manageable 6. This large discrepancy is made up because each one is much longer, more wide open, and far more fun than any in the arcade game. You'll need to search every nook and cranny because in order to unlock access to the final area, you have to uncover 5 of these gold stars. If you happen to miss one, you'll loop back and search for them after you complete the 5th level. Making things even more interesting is that some levels exist on 2 planes. You'll find passages that take you back and forth between different areas, allowing for a nicer sense of exploration and depth.
Navigating certain areas in this version is definitely a bit tougher, due to the inclusion of bottomless pits and platforming. Remember that essentially worthless jetpack I mentioned? It's going to be your best friend here.
Due to the weaker hardware, only Mary and Edgar made the jump from the arcade. This might strike you as disappointing, but it really doesn't matter because both characters play and shoot exactly alike in this version. Using a code, I guess our old mustachioed friend Lee is there in spirit, you can access his wave gun by pressing the pause button on the system 14 times before starting your game. This will make the game a bit easier though.
I love the home version of Quartet so much. Early on, it was one of my favorite Master System games. The arcade version, it's okay. It's definitely interesting, but I never got a chance to play it multiplayer. Hey, maybe it's awesome that way. maybe one day I'll get a chance to play it.
One thing I've got to say though, ever since playing Quartet for the first time, the main theme music has slowly been becoming one of my absolute favorite pieces of video game music, ever. As much as I love the 8-bit version of it, the arcade rendition absolutely kills it. Although I'm not really a fan, I was surprised to see the theme was covered in a Hatsune Miku game. If one of those games came out here that had the song in it, I'd have to give it a try.
Open the door! Only a key opens the door!